I'm here with my boy Kodichi, all the way from Tuata, which is a small area from part of it, Davidson. We out here as a young creator.
Yeah, how's it done? Good, how's it?
This life it ain't easy. I tried and I
Yeah, so last time we spoke, we talked about your behavior when you're on camera and whenever you're off camera, my dog.
Yes.
So now I don't want us to touch on this because you clarified a lot of significant and important answers in terms of that. But on the episode of today, I want us to talk about how does it feel? How does it feel to be a man, just in SA, to be a guy, in your early 20s, in your late 20s, how does it feel to be a guy in SA?
In South Africa?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
To be a man in South Africa, also you have to distinguish what kind of a man. Is it like a man with an A or an E? Which means...
What's the difference, by the way? Because I don't know, because there is man in AM, MAN, and then AME. MEN, yeah.
The MEN, which refers to a collective, but that one comes with the gender roles, and then
which one?
The other man with the MAN, when you're pointing at an individual, a heterosexual man, you would say that's like a man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the gender discourse, man. Would you know more about that today?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Gender, it's a scholarship. It's a discourse. Whereby there's men and female. Men and women. I mean, men and women. And men and women are given roles. They're called gender roles. But a man in society is someone who's who has a penis, and was determined by their responsibility, the provider role.
Yeah.
And being a woman is, historically was that to be a housekeeper, to be a housewife,
But what's your take? Because now it's the modern days whereby women are go-getters, women own businesses, women they do everything now. It's the millennial age, just how we spoke the other day, that we live in virtual world. And then we're just watching these things, they happen, my dog. So what's your take on in terms of women doing their thing, women doing business, women providing for their families, and it honestly, men chilling, they out there not doing their things, drinking alcohol and all of that, dog. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I always stress that as men, particularly in South Africa, we also have to trace the history of, because it's not very important to, touch on the subject, or else you don't know its underpinnings. I mean, its history. So also to have to touch that, because here in South Africa, to be a man is tyrannical, you understand? By that I mean, men are oppressed, you understand? And there's oppression of men and oppression of women. It's obviously the feminists will tell you that men are abusers, and obviously that the patriarch will tell you that as men we have power, it's all about that. But at the end of the day, man, it's this difference between a man and a woman, and there's role assigned to each, individual, be a man, because there are people out there who are form part of the queer community, such as your LGBTQI plus A1,
Yeah.
People who are fluid, people who could be, not heterosexual, but homosexual,
Sure.
such as you're gay. A guy could be, a gay man, but here in the marching, that could not be appreciated, and that guy would be end up called Istaban, because they not, maybe abiding to the laws of
the society. Yeah.
But that's the fluidity of life, because even if you can trace it to a theological lens, you can say that Imago Dei as a day that as a concept that refers to the idea that everyone is made in the image of God, right?
Yeah.
So is a gay man made in the image of God? Why not?
So yeah.
So yeah, man. So also, there are women out there who who doesn't love, like who never acknowledge the concept of them being a woman, you know. Of course, I also to touch on to answer your question that it's the millennial age. Women have, you know, developed, and now they are not housekeepers. They're hunting for jobs. They are occupying position of power out there, you know. But now also we also have to acknowledge that, you know, we would say in the matching it's not like that, you understand. We are told that, but in the matching those are not the embodied experiences. In the matching I'm referring to the township, you understand, because our interdisciplinary frameworks have proven that, like,
Please be a bit vocal, like raise your voice, my dog.
okay, I'm saying that, like, in the matching,
Yeah.
which
As compared to like how it's shown on social media,
yeah, on
and how it
TV,
happens
in
in the
media,
reality.
yeah, in reality those are not the embodied experiences. By that we should see we don't live like that. That's not what we experience, you know, because we have women out there abayaphuma bayophandela abantwana babo, you understand, and that's,
And a woman who take that like courage, ukuthi, I'm gonna dedicate myself to
yeah,
do
women who are
that.
fluid, who's a mother and a father, kwakhe.
Wow.
That's called a matrifocal family or a single parent family, you understand?
Yeah.
There are charity matriarchal pair, which nama women pair, you know.
Sure.
Lie in the matching, you know. But we're not shown that, especially in media, you know. We're told the opposite. But
So what are you saying about the virtual world? Like then, like that, like takes us back to our topic. Yoguti, you live both sides, virtual world and the reality.
yeah, to clarify on that again, is that I also had some answers, because now there's two realities, right? The inner world and the outer world. The inner world will consist of our thoughts, you know, emotions and attitude, and then the other world, which will refer to the external world. People, places, things, and events, you know. As a person, you tap into those different things, those different thoughts, those different emotions. You choose emotions, thoughts, and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, so I would say that virtual reality is another reality that comes now in the millennial age. Is a right, you know, it's a good endeavor, you know, as it allows us as the human race to develop, you know, be it, you know, intellectually, because now it controls our decision making, isn't it? That the robots, the goal of a robot is to become like a human, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, man, I think it's a right take, you know. If we can look back, we have a lot of things that happened, you know, with virtual reality take place now. A lot of things has been, like, a lot of crises have been reduced, such as your gender-based violence. I can say, you know, a primary example would be women back then, when we never developed, when we were underdeveloped or we were still developing. We had 3310s, right?
Yeah.
Which never had camera, right?
Yeah.
Never had Instagrams, software such as Instagrams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now, the fourth industrial revolution with AI, easily, man, and it's artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Now, with follow software. Now,
Yeah.
if there's an argument relationship, a girl or a man can point towards, like, with software, which I know we're just talking here, you understand?
This is what we said.
Yeah.
So that's AI.
That's AI. AI is choose like, when men want to partake in crime, you understand? It doesn't allow them. It messes with their decision making. You know?
So like, would you rather say now that like we live online,
Yeah.
and we basically living like different
Robotic.
lives?
Yeah,
Robotic, like, yeah, we are more
Yeah.
influenced to be robots. Like our lives are controlled. Like everybody can see good to like they can monitor like your movements in every angle, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I can say that, but you know, I wouldn't act as an in-depth expert of the lands or area, but I think that we are controlled, you know, because I mean, we are virtual beings right now, you understand? Every day when we wake up to our phones, you understand? We need water, we need, you know, we have energies, you know. So is the phone, you understand? The waves, everything around us, you understand? Because you said we have frequencies, right?
Yeah.
So we're dependent on these energies also. So I'm saying that, like, my point is that the new ways of living, you understand, which are capitalistic in nature, ne, and characterization, have disregarded our African ways of living, you understand, because now, back in the days, people never, you know, suffered from our conversations. We had to rejoice together, but nowadays we find people, you know, tapping into their phones, kakhulu, you know, less relationships, more fights online, you know, feuds, you know, posts, we talk what we don't mean online, you know, like I said, that it's different realities, man, you know.
So yeah, it shows it's a lot of like algorithm like that's going on.
It works like that, man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Today, like, we're not gonna talk a lot about it. I guess, like, now, it was just an intro. This was like the second episode of our talks on anything and about everything.
Yeah, I mean, I like the
with fabric in Gunzi, you carve them.